So, since I'm now starting to quite properly get into EXO as well, I've wanted to do what I do for a lot of groups and start at the earliest songs and make my way through. I thought Mama was the earliest song, but it turns out there was one song and music video actually released before that called What Is Love that was a pre-debut single. And once again, there's a Korean and a Chinese version. This time I'm going to watch the Chinese version because last time I did the Korean version first. I'm going to try to alternate for the songs that have both. I might even watch both versions. Who knows? But I have no idea what to expect here once again. But so far I've enjoyed every EXO song I've heard. And they have some wonderful vocalists and performers in them. So let's watch What Is Love Chinese version in 3, 2, 1. Teddy Riley. I feel like that's someone who composed a lot of songs about that time.
Girl,
I remember that name.
I can't explain what I feel.
Oh, are we getting some soulful R&B? That's interestingly, oh Sen, interestingly arranged guitar as well. So much reverb on there. Oh my god, his vocals were already so insanely good back then. Interesting that it's like entirely built around the guitar so far. It's taking its time. That set is so cool! Guitar remaining in the chorus as well? Or if this is the chorus. Oh, are they finding their little quests? I like this minimalism of this arrangement. The guitars are so interesting. Oh, I like his voice as well. But there's a lot of little hints about like the whole storyline and stuff hidden in the background, huh? I saw a bunch of images of an eclipse happening there. That voice! I don't know if the footage is supposed to be choppy here or if that's an issue with the video file. I just love that this entire song, beginning to end, is built around that guitar. Also, it's so weird. Chen looks like he hasn't aged in the 7 years since. There's some more elements coming in here, but still, primarily that guitar. This is really, really well arranged and produced. Oh, there it eclipses us. This is definitely unlike any other EXO song I've heard so far. I don't know if they did more like this earlier, but it feels very unique. Those lyrics, love it. That is illegal. That should be illegal. This is very interesting. Okay. Okay, let me just get this really cool set. Oh, this is so cool! I just love like aesthetic destruction. I love the use of the light here coming in through all the holes and cracks in that falling apart cabin. It just looks so cool. It looks so cool. I know it's a constructed set, but it looks like it's just a cabin that has been like, that these seasons have just destroyed for years. It's so cool. Very, very good song. I love the absolute minimalism here, and that makes it such a good choice to be the first song they release, and kind of the calm before the storm. Really, in many different ways. It's so extremely minimalist, completely built around that guitar, and that guitar itself is also arranged so and produced so interestingly. It has a sharpness to it, but also that reverb that softens it. And then everything else is just built around that. Their vocals are built around that. The other instruments coming in are built around that. But the one constant beginning to end in the song is that guitar. And I love that. Oh, sorry. Something just got stuck in my throat. I love that. And it has this very distinctly R&B soul feel to it as well, which really makes it into a bit of a vocal showcase as well, for Chen in particular, because, oh my god, if that isn't just the most incredible voice. Like, oh wow. Music video wise, I'm not even gonna try to figure out how this fits into the whole like mythology around them, but I am now getting to the point where I can recognize some things. I can recognize the crests, I can recognize the the importance of the eclipse. But further than that, I'm not even going to try to figure it out. And I wonder if some of their individual abilities were maybe teased a bit, because we did have a bit of, we have the fighting here, we had a bit of the fire, we had some what could have been described as air powers. But yeah, I'm not even going to try to make sense of that stuff. But aesthetically very pleasing music video, in particular just this. And adding the Dutch angle to that. The Dutch angle is when you tilt the camera a bit like this. It makes you feel a bit unsettled. Adding that to this set, which is, it just looks like it exists in an unreal space, in a parallel universe somewhere. It's just so cool. It's just a lot of cool stuff going on here. And I can't believe this was like their first song to hype them up a bit, because it's such an interesting choice and such a good choice. And I am definitely enjoying it a lot, and I think that's all I have to say here right now, but real good. And thanks for watching. As always, thanks to my top tier Patreon supporters, Louder Fred and Kim. You should check out my Patreon. In addition to a bunch of bonus videos, all my regular reactions, so songs that did not just come out that day, usually get uploaded there a couple of days, sometimes a couple of weeks in advance, so check that out. And I will talk to all of you in another video soon.